everybody's here. Well, everybody that's going to be here today. No Vel or Kavara, but yeah. How's everybody doing? Everybody ready for some D&D? Yeah. Everybody can hear Justin okay, because I actually turned his microphone on. Say hello, Justin.
Hello.
Yep. Okay. I don't remember if I had it on and off last time, so just double check.
You're loud enough, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't like to complain, but I can almost never hear them half the time, and I just think it's me, so I just ignore it, but I'm glad to know that it's not just me.
Alright. Well, like I said, today we're going to do a little different, but we are on session 96. I almost said 86. We are on December 11th of 2022. I'm passing the floor over to the group effort, though, of filling in everybody of what happened last time we all met. So take it away, whoever wants to start with our recap today.
Well, if no one's gonna stop me, of course I'll give it a shot. Good day, citizens of Halcyon. So first, we set a dinner meeting. Sleepy Bow Inn is where we were stopped, according to our PM. It was there that I prepared a wonderful banquet for our party, and all of them with song. It was amazing, and everyone cheered. Then I left the meal, and was shortly followed by Vale, as I normally am. He joined me in a small courtyard off in an alleyway, and we practiced our summoning abilities for a few moments while the rest of the party continued to drink. And I'm sure nothing illegal happened in the process. What else? After we met, again, we had some new friends. Vale was very proud to demonstrate his new summon of his small familiar friend, and I summoned a motherfucking griffin. To which I was impressed, and of course Kavara did not find it very interesting at all because she has been summoning far more wonderful things for a very long time. The party met up and spoke to a phoenix. We learned about the Elite Five, highest members of the Arcane Brotherhood. They wear green instead of blue. And that is all I remember from last week's session.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So that's the point of view from the Emperor. Anybody else want to add in what happened to your character or to the group?
I'd love to hear Atlas's perspective of this.
No, me too.
Well,
as with the Emperor.
of course, what happened is we were all leaving, as we were all heading out to whatever we were doing after dinner. Of course, Kavara had a plan. Kavara me went off the rails in that plan and threw a chair at somebody, starting a bar fight.
As they usually do.
Yeah.
It was perfect, because I was able to teach Kavara my ways of thievery, and we made it out real well when Drumus busted in out of nowhere and took out like 4 guys at the same time.
Drumus was raging pretty hard that day, so...
I want to point out that the Emperor literally warned people about fucking with Drumus.
It's true. But yeah, it was like, bar fight happened, you guys ended up in a aerial chase down with Vestal for a split second. We ended up literally ending in the middle of the fields, north of, oh my gosh, of the college, but I totally cannot remember it again. It's Dakinary School of Magic. But you're slightly north of it, you're within an open field at this point in time. The 5 elites that, yes, you guys have just learned at the end, the 5 elites from the Brotherhood had appeared for a split second, told you that they should be able to take Vestal at this point and have things back under control. Using 5 different life gems of the Fire Ascent. Basically, what you see on the map right now is where you guys are at. This sigil was formed, these crystals all connected, combining to hold the Phoenix Titan together, and then they teleported away. is where we're picking up literally today. So you guys are still within this field. The burning sigil on the ground from the teleportation circle that had just taken the Fire Phoenix away, and that is where we're starting today. So what do you guys want to do?
Are we gonna go shopping finally? Because we've talked about it like 5 times now and never got around to it.
We really did talk about it quite a bit. I know the Emperor's carrying around all the money, honestly, so...
I'm sure it's all placed safely on our carpet, and I can haul it. I think there was things that we all had that were shiny, but not really interesting to any of us individually. We can make a bit of point on that, no doubt.
I mean, our vessel's taken care of now. I'm sure the lower district will be open.
So why not?
Shopping. I need a new life gem.
Oh, hey, you just gave it away. Or you infused it.
Yeah, I used...
about 47 potions on it, I think. Seems to be so squishy lately. Must have been all that time you aged in that cave.
I don't know what you're talking about. You haven't healed me a single damn time this whole campaign. I don't know what you're referencing.
There's probably a reason for that. I don't know. Probably just coincidence, though.
Ah, it's fine. You know I have your back, Atlas.
Hey, keep walking. At least one of the healers is here. Doing their job.
We got you.
Now, what matters most to us now? That our vessel is in good care, or at least the best care we can manage at the time?
I think shopping, prepping whatever materials you need to get us back to the airship, and then planning from there.
Well, should we go to Shop Blocka?
I don't know the city. You and Tim have been here before.
Yeah, Rocco was dreaming of coming to the city before. He never made it.
It's very true.
Love to show you around.
I very much want to see some of the unique and interesting things here. Maybe get a shiny piece of dragonborn armor.
Ooh. And what life gems are you looking for now, Blocka?
I don't know, that fire one didn't do that well for me, honestly. I could never get it to work right.
You have to try different ones to attune them. This is what we did learn.
I would like to upgrade my armor as well. It's kind of in the middle of being upgraded, if I recall. It's been a long time since we're in that dwarven city. But it could use an upgrade in defense.
Now the Emperor, you know, it just takes longer to commission armor, so make it someone who can be swift.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I can find a better suit that's more fitted for me, I mean, I could ditch this old patchwork and find something maybe a bit more attuned to my liking. We'll see.
Your whole new look, perhaps. Well, should we head into town?
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
I do also need to make a pit stop in town as well.
Going back to the main map, you guys remember you are the red little square up top here, and if you want to, you can head towards the gate that was closed off to the second level of the district of Didereach. If that's
Are we at all worried about, what just happened? Like, I don't know whether to be worried or not anymore. I've been looking at your faces. You all seem pretty chill. So, is this like a, on a meter of,
I think you have to be more specific. There's been a lot of wild shit that has happened in the past week.
No, that's, yeah. I'm talking about the fucking giant firebird thing up in the sky, down on the ground, then shoot off at those, whoever the folk those bastards were. No idea. But I mean, hey, if this is just another day, that's fine. And you're a cousin who, seeing any one of these number of things, would have keeled over in his boots. The best thing he gets to see on a weekly basis is a wandering kobold walking too close to the center of their walls. So, I don't know. You tell me. Is this something we need to be worried about?
I put my hand on Grimmer's shoulder and say, I kind of spaced out at the end of that conversation and don't really know what was decided before it took off, so I'm just kind of winging it. But I'm here for the shopping experiment for today. Fuck it, why not?
We should probably show him Sativa. Look how cultured we are. We have a griffin now.
They have many wonderful things. It's becoming a good thing, but I'm also forgetting all of the things that we have. I also think we need a new inventory of things after our big shopping spree today. It'd be nice to lighten the load.
I honestly think at this point that's just a standard Tuesday. Today was just a standard Tuesday at this point.
I mean, yeah, like yesterday, we saw like three titans fighting each other. What's one phoenix falling from the sky?
Oh, that's my point. I don't know anymore. Like, fucking tomorrow the world's gonna implode and we're fighting our way out of the crumbling ground or some fucking shit like that, or I don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna go to the fucking Little League game of the great gods themselves. I don't fucking know anymore, but y'all don't look concerned, so I suppose I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Oh, Drumrus. We'd have all the skills we need to navigate what lies ahead. Now, come on. And Avamera will try to coerce the group to keep going throughout the stalls and look for something reminiscent of life gems to stay on track with looking for what Blanca wants.
Yes, we must stay focused on one goal at a time. There are many, many problems that we have that keep on piling up and haven't been addressed, and I hope they don't show up at the same time. For now, we've had our food. It was a pretty good meal, right? We haven't had a good meal in a while, just doing trail rations and nonsense.
But I mean, fair point sure was that we are just never safe, so watchful eye never hurts.
And to drop it on you guys, like Blocker drops on me. The airship is unprotected now, so maybe we should take forever and get moving.
Yeah, I'm definitely not saying we should sleep here, but we haven't had a big city that we could buy thing, and we're assuming we're walking as we're bullshitting, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You are definitely walking as you're bullshitting right now.
As I'm walking, I'm kind of taking a mental note through the city, looking for where I may find some kind of artisan, somebody that can do a painting before we go.
Who wants to be the group token for the overt map?
I think it'd be Zazu.
Yeah, Zazu.
Yeah.
Zazu it is.
I appreciate the both, though.
I was like, you guys are passing through the college campus right now. That loud, muddling, and just crowd that was built up is not as big as it was. I was like, as you were heading back through the college campus, along the stone road, passing by the different buildings and stuff like that, you can see students are heading back towards their dorms. You can see the main crowd that were outside the Sleepy Bow Inn, which was the tavern you guys had recently came out of. The doors are still barely hanging on the hinge. There's now been a sign that has been placed saying closed for the evening on it because of the destruction that has taken place. There's a couple people that are literally passed out on the side of the street from just that fight, still recovering. As you guys are walking by, you can see small groups of people leaving, and you can finally see the front gate of the 2nd district of Didereach, and the main drawbridge gate that rolls down has been completely lifted up. There is still a bunch of soldiers lining up the side of the street, but the gate seems to have been opened at this point.
Keep heading in. Tevin, you're being pretty quiet right now. What's going through your head?
Tevin is quiet right now because Tevin isn't quite up to speed with what our intent is, because that recap didn't really tell me what I was doing, so I have no idea what I'm doing.
You were very invested in shopping last time.
And you were grumpy with Drumus together with Drumus for a minute.
Yeah, you
You're
and Drumus.
also pissy because you don't have your warlock powers anymore.
Yeah, so you are slightly probably coming off a good buzz right now. All of you guys had drank a decent amount. Drumus and you had a buddy moment for a second, just because you both had lost something precious to you. But that's kind of where you have been in the last couple hours.
So I feel like my motivation, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Alex, my motivation right now would be trying to figure out a way to get my lost powers back.
Correct. That was something that I did bring up too, that you're worried about this seed that you're carrying around and where to place it. So.
Right. That too. So maybe I would want to go to a place like a library or something where I could like research any way to about like either the seed that I'm carrying around, like where to put it, or to how to figure out how to either for the temporary or the long term get my powers back.
Okay.
So that'd be my suggestion.
Okay, Avamera did go to the library by herself for a moment. You are aware of that, but you guys are passing. Right now where you're at, you are very close to a library if you wanted to stop there.
Yeah, I would stop there. Excuse me. I don't think anybody else needs to follow me. I can just, like, catch Avamera up to, like, you guys can say, oh, we're going here, and then I'll, like, tell Avamera we'll go there.
You know what? I think Kivara should go off with you. Maybe you'll be a better influence.
Hey, the Emperor doesn't know anything that happened. The Emperor wasn't there.
I'm referring to the last time that you two went off and did something and you ended up dead. What happened this time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why don't you take Kivara? She'll keep you going.
No.
Well, there you go.
That was fucking rude, man.
Well, he wants to actually go and get work done, probably, so.
Oh, veil of
Fine.
Kavara's coming.
I'm just a little testy right now.
Kavara doesn't really like books, though, so...
Can we say Kavara is that better of an influence? Is Temp really that better of an influence, Kavara?
Well, Kivara, don't forget that you may find some kind of a book with some kind of crazy creature that you're looking for. You're always trying to find new ones. There's got to be some kind of...
Unless it has big pictures in it, I'm not very interested.
I'm sure there's like a manual full of monsters.
Like a monster manual?
A handbook for players of the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be something.
Has to be something, you're right. There are a couple of things... wait. Kavara's voice. Kavara does need to pick up a couple things, I think, at this point. So if Temen's wanting to go by himself, I think Kavara doesn't feel the welcomingness that Temen is giving off, so she probably just move on, just do her own thing. I will say, the couple people that have been to Didereach before, you guys did some shopping before in the 2nd District at one point in time, and just to run down some of the possible places that you can go to. There's the Secret Unicorn, which was like a tapestry. Yeah, which was like a tapestry clother / publishing place that Ara was very invested in at one point. You got the Smithery, which is the glowing copper. You have the Angel's Wishes, which is an alchemist setup. A jeweler is the Butcher Road Golden Smith. What else is there? Where is my... Nope, I'm trying to read down everything. Blacksmith, the Bucket and Family. There's another jeweler, which is Lenwick Gem. Lenwick's Gems is another jeweler. So there's a couple places of interest, I guess, there.
We still need diamonds.
Might need more diamonds.
Last time we went on a shopping adventure, we all got attacked midway, and I don't even know who these people were out for.
Ooh, now, this all looks familiar. Blanca, we should go to Lenwick's Gems.
Probably a good place. I mean, we can get diamonds or life gems there, so I'll lead the way.
Okay, I will. Avamir will take Blanca to Lenwick's Gems. Is anyone joining us?
Grimris is going to a smithery.
Okay.
Yeah, find yourself a hammer. Just carry it around, you know. Think about
Yeah. I just walk away.
We'll start.
I just keep talking, even like knowing he's not listening.
We will start with Lenwick's Gems. As you guys head to the second district towards this clay and stone building, the rooftop is that dark red that is laid across all of pretty much Didereach. Walking into this very fine jeweler, you walk through the front doors, Avamera and Blaka. As you open up, you see the arsenal of just different displays of fine cut gems of there's a couple different life gems in there, but then you also have your typical amethyst, your rubies, your diamonds, your obsidian, and then along the other side of the wall they have different rings and like just decoratorial pieces as well on top of the gems that they've added in. So there is a single tall, dark skinned man, very thin in bone, and he seems to be looking over just some gems with his little spyglass that basically he's just examining the cut of one of the gems. There is a tabaxi that is basically laid out a roll through their tanner, and basically it has all their gems that they're trying to sell off to this man as you walk in. So it's the shopkeep and one other customer within the shop as the two of you walk in.
This is a very interesting place.
Oh, fun jewelry.
I'm gonna go look at the life gems and
Yeah. Walking over towards the life gems, which are in a very small display case. They are on a little tiny rotating disc. The main one in the middle is a large red life gem. It is of the fire descent. There are a couple of smaller, medium, and small size life gems of red as well. There is on the lower shelf, there are a couple clear life gems. You've seen these before. These are non-orientated life gems. They're not specific to a Titan. They have been basically cracked or misused and have lost all forms of their essential powers, but you see a couple of these within this display case as well. You have a couple yellow and orange swirling, almost lightning-like ones that are deemed to be a Helgos, sorry. And then there is a deep orientated purple one, a medium-sized purple one that you see as well.
curious about that purple one.
The shopkeep is just finishing up with the other person as he slides on his chair down, stands up. He's almost equivalent size to you, there, Waka. This man is quite, like, for being a Kalishtar, this man's, his dreads are pulled back into a giant man bun, which might add a little bit extra height to him, but very slender face and just standing eye to eye you, Waka, and he's just like, oh, I see that the power of Arcane has caught your eye, young one. Which ones is interesting you today?
Oh, that purple one. I don't know what it is. Also, thank you for calling me young. I'm not that young. Let's be honest.
The grays in this dude's beard makes it so he's very middle-aged, probably late 50s, maybe 60s at this point. Which is middle-aged for a college start. No problem indeed. This purple one, it was gifted to me by a recent traveler. I honestly don't know too much about it myself. They said it was a payoff of a debt, basically. They purchased some stuff they owed me, and this was basically what they gave me as the shortage of coin, and I took it because I liked how shiny it was.
Do you happen to know what type it is? I had a Firelight gem, but I recently...
I am just a fine jeweler, you see. I look over the cuts and the makes and making sure that they hold their arcane properties, but I am not a magic user myself. So unfortunately I do not know anything else beyond its fine beauty.
Americ, do you know what gem type this is?
Could I investigate the gem?
Yeah, roll an investigation. Or arcana at this point in time.
One. 26.
26. There has been one other purple life gem that has showed up in this campaign, and it was held by one Miss Naluma before she lost her arm. Purple is believed to be tied to Zen and Morsi, the twin wolves.
Okay. I was sure that was Baka.
Would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
to pick up.
One is known as the silent, and one is known as the psychic between the wolves.
The silent wolves, and then there's the silence.
So
How
we
much
have
for this
needed
light
a
gem?
connection with the wolves.
For this medium-sized life gem, I'm asking 500 gold pieces.
Did anybody else follow us in here besides just me and Avamero, or was? Mainly because I don't have the cash, the Emperor has all the cash on him, so...
Yeah, I have 55 gold.
I
Yeah,
Would you like me to go get the Emperor? He should,
We're all
Yeah.
separate. If we give
use
him
his
money.
cash.
Probably do. I mean, we could, as a thing. I mean, we got the party loot that's all still together, so we could just tally everything up and then distribute the group.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the exchange
Yeah.
of who's holding the coin. If you guys are on a Bender shopping trip, you can run out, find the coin, if needed, kind of thing. But yeah, if you want, it's
We all
500.
meet up and be like, oh shit, we have all overspent.
Yeah.
Correct.
But yeah,
I'll take it.
500 gold for the medium-sized psychic life gem.
What is the total we're looking at, though, then? If we're all just, sharing amongst ourselves?
Yeah.
I haven't been carrying any coin except for the party loot.
What's currently in the party loot
Yeah.
value?
I'll just copy the old message. I know a lot of it's claimed, but this is the most recent shit. And then let me pull up my character sheet real quick. So I think I had coins saved in it. Yep. So we have. I'll just type it in chat, but we have. I am not fast. Okay. 100 flat, 13, 14 gold, 508 silver.
If you want to just minus somebody, just keep track of basically the gold total that you guys are pulling out. You guys have a decent amount of platinum. I know that it's been given. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah.
We had a decent amount of plat, and then we have a shit ton of armor, gems, trinkets.
There's a bunch of stuff you guys could try selling as well. Correct. Yeah. Or exchange. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take 500 gold out of the party.
Okay. 500 gold, done.
Do you have any like locally made jewelry or something that very traditional Dragonborn style?
Dragonborn style?
Yeah, I've been meaning to travel to the area, and I wanted to get something to kind of remember coming here.
Joel, you want to roll me a D100? Actually, roll
Yeah.
me 2 D100s.
Alright. First roll is... first roll is 14. Second roll is a 92.
You guys like getting these for some reason. You said, sorry, and then a 92.
Yep.
Okay. That's funny. That actually works out. Okay, I can't give that to here though, it doesn't make sense for this shop. So this will be at a different shop. Drummers, do you want to roll me a D100 since I just got something to throw into the smiths, the blacksmith that you're going to go into?
That'd be an 82.
82. Well, that makes sense. And that's also funny that you found that. Okay.
Be right back. I'm gonna go get a quick drink out of the fridge.
Okay.
Though not beer, because I can't drink until next Friday. Not happy about it. So Coke it is tonight.
Chris.
Coke is not a valid substitute. Never mind.
So I was like, it's weird because
Oh,
you're at a jeweler right now, Joel. So the only other things I guess that would be of dragon descent is there's a lunal stone that is of scarlet and blue. The sphere is carved with like this. I was like swirling red and blue like within the interior of this the sphere. The stone is very round and very like just polished to the max. The thing is said to be that of from a ancient dragon horde, but this gives the holder a +2 bonus to intelligence. It is a
How
little,
much is it?
it is a little pricey.
Oh,
Take a guess.
We're finally gonna have a party of smart motherfuckers.
1,500.
Little low, 2,000.
Oh,
Woo! So, but this fine gem right here is of an old dragon that his sash was looted by some raiders and has said to have wonderful magical properties to it. Makes the person that much smarter, more well-rounded of an individual. It's 2,000 gold pieces, my friend, but it is that of the faraway lands from Emiron. Have you ever heard of it?
no. I haven't heard of Miron.
It is the southern continent of Brazilian. Wild, with magic and creatures of sort.
I was like, is he lying or is he is that actually compliment?
how much would you? How much off would you take for a gold circlet with 4 aquamarine gems set in it?
Do you show it to him?
Yeah.
He looks it over. I don't remember. Did I give you the gold value on that when I handed it out or no?
Probably didn't. It's never done out though.
No? Okay. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, so I don't remember what I ate. The gold circle with 4 aquamarine. Oh yeah. I remember. Whoa. 150 gold pieces.
150 gold off. I'll have to think about this. I'm gonna let some of the other people do some shopping.
Okay.
Basically what I'm saying.
Yep, I got it. We have Drumus heading to a smithery.
I'm with Rivers. I figure we can also exchange the Swiss armor that no one seemed to be interested in. I mean, we considered it for, the possibility of if we get some kind of random guild that we need, but, it's plus us, we didn't really want to change that conversation. It seems kind of, I don't think we need. Well, we'll see. What are you looking for, Boomers?
And this whole way, Emperor Drumus has like a piece of like scroll and a piece of charcoal, and he's like writing or doodling or something. And I've got a thing. I've got a solution to all of life's problems. Cooked it up in my noggin. Oh, it's great. Oh, you're gonna love it.
I'm looking forward to it. Say, couldn't help but notice that you cast an Eldritch Blast, and the amount of warlocks that I've been surrounded by lately is a bit concerning. Is this like a new thing?
What the fuck is a warlock? The hell you talking about? The little gold thing. Yeah. No, my fucking hammer's so cool. It can shoot like beams of light. The sword can shoot beams of light. It's so cool. Hey. Yeah. Don't know what you're talking about, warlock. The crazy talk, if you ask me.
Fair enough. Were you still considering changing that, like reforging it into a hammer of sorts?
Oh, you know it, brother. I've got a great plan. Oh, I just hope there's a worthwhile smith here in this here town.
I'm sure that'll be well. I mean, we're surrounded by mages as well, so... I'm gonna kind of glance around and see if we're getting close to the smithy.
Yeah. As you head down one of these side streets that was like, at one point in time you guys had a map of this town, so I don't know who had it. It probably was Salad's, honestly. I think it was Salad's.
It was Salad's or Sigway.
Yeah, 100% one of you guys had the map. So Alvamera pointed you in the area that she thought it was, and you guys are kind of just wandering by different bystanders. You come by a wooden sign that swings in the wind of a giant bucket, and inside the bucket you can see, the bucket has a handle that is sticking out that is just sizzling with steam. And you have the Bucket and Family Smithery. This shaggy old blacksmith has a rough-looking roof. Like, this roof was stoned over at one point in time, destroyed, has been strawed over, was destroyed, has been relaid with fresh straw. Like, something went down on the top of this roof a couple different times that they've had to rebuild it. You walk up to it as a open, swept floor. There is just hard stone. There is just your typical brick-like style walls as you approach. The opening of this is basically a double-wide door. that opens up, and then it opens into just a long corridor that almost cylinders off at the end. There you can see different projects and measurements. There is a wall, basically blueprints of different fine armory and just weapons that are basically in the process of being built, and the components that are needed on a wall that is like pegged up. There is a blacksmith that is poring over and looking over some blueprint like maps, and on the other side, laying on a bench, there is a woman who is holding a mace, and she's basically like sheening the side of it. She's with a smoothing stone. As you guys walk in, nobody else is within the shop, but the one smith continues just looking down, and the woman that is working on the mace kind of looks up at you and just like, we have some visitors today. She stands up. Her face is just blackened from working near some fire. She is of Tabaxi race, and her fur is normally not black, but from what you can tell, it looks very black, as her overcloak apron is also just blackened from everything she's working around. And she kind of walks up to the people that are entering, which is the Emperor and Drumris, and just, we do have, she kind of points, there's off to the side, there's a little side door. That is our main inventory we have at the moment. If you have any requests, we do have a couple openings at the moment. Welcome, welcome.
First of all, I compliment her appearance. That tells me that you're a very hard worker, and I respect the odds.
Yes, we've been very busy lately. With the war in the Zobian Empire breaking loose between the capital and the surrounding nation. They keep coming to us, and we keep sending shipments out. I mean, keeps the business going.
I was looking to trade a garment that I recently acquired for something a bit more fitting. I see that you recognize maces. Perhaps you have something armor-wise fitting for a worthy hero like myself.
What specifically are we requesting today?
We need something durable. Maybe not too heavy, but I do prefer the heavier armors, but if you find something that's a lighter material, you may be interested in that. I need to protect the ones around me, and the best way to do that is to protect myself.
New, sir? She kind of looks over at you, Dreamers. Anything specifically we're looking for you today? Armor as well, like your friend?
Oh, absolutely. But get to him first.
Okay.
I've got a big project.
Alright. I will have... Dreamers already rolled me 1 armor, so I need... Aaron, if you want to roll me 2 D100s.
That's a 31 for my first roll. Second roll is a 22. I hope that we're rolling low.
What was the second one? Sorry. 22?
Indeed. Maybe break 40 on either roll.
I have no idea what this is. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So the main armors they have at the moment, you have your typical chain skirt, scale mail, breastplate mail, ring mail, chainmail, splint, shield are going to be the armors they have prepared at the moment. She also has a very refined scale mail, which is more. It is more built up than the others. This has a plus modifier of 2 on this chainmail scale mail that she has made. She also has pretty much they specialize in a lot of chains. She also has a chainmail that has been refined with this silvery sheen to it. And then on the inside of it, it's a little bit more padded, as this is considered an armor of cold resistant chainmail wise is what she has prepared. So armor wise, you pretty much have your breastplate and your different chainmails and scale mails is what she has at the moment.
I point over to the refined scale and question if there's any form of enchantment, or is it just superb craftsmanship?
Superb craftsmanship. Yep, I can speak. It's very fine made. But no, you can tell they just took a little extra time on this as this has been worked, and she kind of points over to her and she's just like, you see, Minerva, she's the one that takes the finer details to make some excelente. I'm an apprentice under her and been watching her, but she's the maker of this beautiful armor here.
I'm definitely interested in that scale. Be a nice change, I think. And I would like to know what the going rate would be for that, and if you're interested in trading for, and I show off one of the armors that we obtained, which is I refer to as the Swiss armor because it gives you any kind of artisan tool. I don't think anybody was interested in that. I give it a great sales pitch.
Yeah. The armor has been slaved over for months. One would say years, but this fine piece is going for 3,000 gold pieces.
And what would you take off in exchange for this armor? It slices, it dices, it picks locks. It's incredible. But wait.
There's one.
So yeah, as I'm just showing off this armor, I'm just trying to get a reasonable amount taken off of that 3,000 to see if we can bust it down a bit.
She looks you dead in the eye, the Emperor, as you're trying to, I guess roll me either persuasion or performance as you're trying to basically entice her with this armor.
Okay. Which one's better? Persuasion's plus 9. Performance. Okay, so it's going to be a persuasion for sure. Not terrific, not terrible. That is a 15.
She looks it over. You have a little bit of charm about you, but I'll give you 450 for it.
450 is in 450 gold?
450 gold.
Oh, for the armor. Okay. To knock off the 3,000. I'm sorry, one more time on that amount.
450.
Perfect. Good with words, not great with math. Okay. And then, believe there was one more armor that, now that I've kind of looked her over, I'm going to try and kind of toss the cursed armor aside in there too, and kind of give it a, I'm going to go in, I'm going to just bombard her with more facts about it that she probably won't care.
Do you mean the padded armor that's cursed? Because look at the armor I can think of that you have. We have that cursed padded armor. You're not trying to sell that to the city?
Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm not going to sell it as being cursed. I'm just going to be like, oh, and, But wait, there's more. I could even toss in this extra armor here and give you a really, really amazing speech about it as well, if you're willing to knock down, another 500 more. Or did I say 500? I meant only 350.
250 and you have a deal.
Okay. I'm really not great at haggling in real life. So
700 was dropped off the 3,000, so you're at 2,300.
I got it. So 2,300's not terrible. I would like to place this armor on hold. My friends and I are looking for some things, so I'm confident that I can afford that. I just want to be sure since it's first.
Okay.
I'm going to claim it, essentially.
Yep. It is being claimed at 2,300 at the moment. Germers. What are we eyeing? Or trying to eye?
So, Jermus will walk up to the taxi and just really glare, looking. He'll look at the forge. What does that forge look like? A good forge.
Yeah, I was like, this forge has been redefined. Even though the roof of this building has seen better days, the forge itself is very well kept. It is not to the standards of the dwarven forges that you have grown up with, but it is still being in a faraway land away from Varash and just the Persian Empire. It is still a very fine forge, you would say. Adequate, okay, but not like the most pristine you've seen.
And I'll look right up at her. I'll just be like, I've got let's call it a little custom project. You said you had some room for work. Is that right?
That's yeah, of course. Always just take a new customer.
Let me tell you something. I'm a very picky dwarf when it comes to my smiths. And such a project I'm about to unveil to you. Well, I don't unveil it very lightly. So you must tell me if you feel that you're a good enough smith to do what I'm about to ask. And I will uncrumple my little scroll. Mm-hmm. I have a visual aid, and I will start it here. Focus. Focus.
You're too close to your camera, I think.
I was going to say, if you want to, take a picture and drop it in the Discord.
Yeah. Or if you turn off your background blur for a second, it'll let you camera focus.
Okay. Well, wait. If this doesn't work, that's fine. Okay. Alright. Picture of a hammer. Alright. You see this picture of a hammer?
Yep.
You take the head off the hammer.
Yep.
You see this sword? And I'll show it in my sheet. See this? Do that. Put, heat up the metal, and then put it on the end of this, and I'll show her the sword.
The Emperor is legitimately stifling laughter, off to the side. And then plays it off as a... Just swallow.
Merit. You digging her nose into her stomach.
For being a dwarf, that's not the most intelligent, structurally sound put of a design, though. Hammer.
I asked you if you were a smith worthy of a project. Now I happen to be proficient in smith's tools, and I am indeed the dwarf of this map you see before you. I come from a long line of fucking great smiths, and by gods, if you tell me you can't do it, I'll go find a smith who's obviously more capable. It's easy. You heat the middle, you stick the hammer on the end, boom, you got yourself an armor. Structural, yeah. Oh, if it can hit something, then that's structural enough for me. I thought you said you were a great smith. Are you lying?
Grimace just going full Karen here. I'm
I know, he's very going Karen in here.
It's eerie.
I don't think this can be done, but Dwarf, prove me wrong. She points over to a sign which literally says, you can rent this space for like 50 gold pieces for an hour. If you're such a forger, I will not do this, but you are more than welcome to use our forge.
I will take the charcoal print and I will tuck it away. And I say, I'm smart enough to know what I can't do. But, well, I believe our business is concluded. I will not be needing your forge. Thank you. And I will turn and I will walk away.
Okay. Dermis walks out. Emperor, you get your armor?
Yeah, so before I spent anything of the party's loot, I would trade like any of my possessions, including like a +1 sword and some stuff like that I originally started with, just to lighten the load. So I can do the calculations. I get anxiety spending money in real life, so this is not helpful. I think that the armor. Do you know what the AC on that would be?
The scale armor?
Because it's gonna be badass looking. So.
You can trade sell your current armor to replace the armor too, so that'll help pay for it too.
Scale armor is... I have to pull up all the armors. 14 plus 2, it's a 16.
Damn it. My half plate is a damn 17, but because it was weird. I still want it though.
Are you counting your shield bonus?
Yeah, that would be it.
It should be the +2 for building the shield.
Oh yeah, +2 is shield, so so it says 17 armor, half plate, gauntlet, chest piece. But that seems, I don't know, it was something that we worked on when we were at the dwarven town that I don't remember. Okay.
Yeah, halfway should be 15, so the +2 must be from your shield.
Okay. Let me fix my armor here. Add that. Is there a way to customize like the armor so that you can like choose scale mail and then add +2 on it?
Yeah, you can. Yep.
Yep.
If you go click on the item in your inventory, and then at the top there's like a drop down that says customize, and then you can put plus information in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so put it, +2 scale mail would put it to 16.
Yeah, so like either override of 16 or there's a hit AC bonus 2. It's whatever you want to do it.
I mean, there is actually just a scale mail +2.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Is there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. I will figure this out. Today is not that day.
Okay, as he's doing math, anybody else got anything or question-wise?
We can trade over so I figure out the match for this armor.
Mirror Atlas.
I was looking for more like a generic magic shop. Was my goal. Because if the alchemist, I was going to do it. I'm like just like a enchanter maybe, something like that. Knickknacks and baubles.
It probably would still be an alchemist based off of just like structural wise. What are you looking for specifically?
It's mostly. I was going to see what they have. Also, I'm going to sell a bunch of magic items, so I figured the magic shop was the place to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to the Angelic Wishes, which is the alchemist, which they have potions of a sort, also just different adventuring gears and stuff like that in here. And then if you want to roll me, where am I at? If you want to roll me 2d1
Alright. That's. Well, what is that? That's an 11. Almost as low as you can get. And a 46.
and a 46.
Yep. I might have got a. I think I got a 1. Not an 11. I rolled 1 mark. I don't have zeros. I have a mark for zeros. So I got the mark, which is 2 zeros, and then the 1. My luck's doing great today, guys.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 and a D100.
I can't say it hasn't matched before.
That's never happened to me
That
before.
would have been a great roll for me.
Oh, if you're like you refrained your god or whatever.
Yeah, divine intervention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, on top of your potions, there is a couple different magic scrolls in here, of different ascension, I guess, and then you have a couple different staffs that are on the wall, but that's kind of what you're seeing along your consumables, your alchemist supplies, your herbal kits, your tools like that. You got a brewery supplies, jugs, vials, oil flasks, ink, a couple different potions of. I was like, roll me. I was like, let's just roll an Arcana check or a medicine check for me, so you can kind of get a better understanding.
Both. My absolute worst skill. We'll see what happens. I think I'll just say medicine plus 3. Arcana plus 0. Oh, I had plus 3 medicine. 10.
You notice a couple potions of greater healing, a couple potions of fire breathing. Yeah, with a 10, that's probably what you're going to get out of that.
That's fair.
And then, yeah, there are 3 different scrolls of different arcane powers. You not being an arcane user,
Yeah,
you would not have any understanding what these do or what level they do.
that's fair. Well, how many greater healing potions do you got?
Actually, I have, it looks like 3.
How much are they a piece?
Greater are. Nope, I just lost that. I keep seeing my superior because they're superior as well. 150.
150? I'm gonna sell our second lantern revealing if you guys don't object. I don't think we need 2
No
of them.
problem. Yeah.
Fine, sir. I would like 3 of your greater healing potions of healing, and I got a great deal trade for you with this super rare magical lamp that will reveal all your secrets I found in the deep dark underground of a lost city.
Roll me a persuasion.
Yeah.
I feel like I was lying.
Or deception, yeah.
I was about to say Under the Desert, but I was like, I think we did find Under the Desert. I want to be lucky.
I'm going to thoroughly judge your performance.
That is 25 for deception.
25's pretty good. You trying to do a equal trade 3 potions for the 1 lantern?
Yes.
Deal. 25.
Very good, sir. Enjoy your lunch, mate. Reveal all the secrets of your life, and I'm leaving.
Okay. Leaving. I moves as you.
Why sell things I bring to sell the party's things?
So, it'll be, I was like, your lanterns actually, you did such a good job. There'll be a scroll added in there. You can do it. Yes. Scroll of 6th level.
Scroll 6th level. Woo!
And Blocka.
I'm ready to describe the 6th level spell for me that I can pull something up with.
Is Joel still there for you? Because he's disappeared on my screen.
Joel is gone. Oh no, Joel's here.
I'm still here.
Right?
I think he messed up because Drew missed his
Mike's
camera
camera
off,
is
so
on.
it moved everything.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because I'm Avamera now. Avamera's Drummerus. Blocka, you're nobody. You're just the blocked out version of Mike. And Justin's gone. So everything's screwed up, and I'm not touching it at the moment.
It'll be fine.
Okay. Any other shopping requests that we're trying to get done today? I know Vel and Kavar both were trying to get some things too. I can do those with them later, so we're not continuing just shopping forever today. I mean, who doesn't like a good shopping trip though? You guys are getting some goodies. I like it.
I'm flexing the new armor naturally, and just feeling I got rid of one of my items. I got rid of was the family sword, so I'm feeling kind of a bit of a pressure lifted off me. New armor, new me, you know.
Yeah.
We don't need to make the scene, but I didn't think it was like I have to have like a bunch of different stores. I need to pick up supplies for my next creation.
Yep.
So that doesn't really need to be a scene. I just need like metal here, gunpowder there, magic nonsense over there.
I don't know how much you need total, but let's go with your base supplies. Just roll a d1. No, let me roll actually.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the cost, I guess, for everything. We'll say 30 gold pieces. Alright. After some bit of shopping, Temin, if you want to roll me a perception check?
No. I'm just kidding. Yes. Let me get that for you. Did you guys wear blonde, Alex?
What? I've been blonde. It's been growing out.
How long has it been blonde for?
Like a month and a half now?
It wasn't blonde when I saw you 2 weeks ago, was it? It was still like purple, wasn't it?
No, it's been blonde.
Oh, that must have been your camera. Alright, perception check. Nat 20, baby.
Hey.
So, 22.
You, as you're walking around the streets, Temin, and you guys are doing your shopping, you instantly walk by the open market area that you had once been in before, and one Gunter Betham, who hassled and heckled you last time, sees you walking by and literally points at you and says, "You!" and comes rushing over towards you. This man was the one that you, last time you were in Didereach, you claimed that he was not right in his ways, and he was the one that ended up selling you, I believe, a bag of holding and also a couple other things. And you tried to heckle your way out of some things, but you guys were butting heads last time, and you were not friends. You had high
I don't remember this encounter. Was I present for this?
Yes,
like,
you were.
At the session present?
Sure
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like what you would do. you.
Yeah, you were here.
This is pre-Aaron and all that, correct?
This is like
Way long ago.
this is like episode 20 long ago kind of thing.
I feel like everything is a callback to before me.
Um,
I was like, what? What is it? What?
but Gunter, who was a low member of the Arcane Brotherhood, was the one that you were trying to question at one point in time to get some information. And you guys just butted heads, and he sees you walking in your same overcoat, basically, and just rushes towards you. And tries to grab you, but you, with your nat 20, instantly just fight him off, kind of thing. And she's just like, "You're the reason why our vestal's here! God damn it, get out of my city!" Like, he's just, like, not having it. So, he's pissed off at you, Tim. What do you want to say?
Well, I certainly wouldn't think that I'm the cause as to why a vessel is here. That's not entirely accurate. It's more of a stumbling of events. But also, if it weren't for me, it would have happened to some other poor schmuck. So really, you shouldn't just be taking your anger out on anyone without knowing all the facts.
No.
Do you claim
Bitsy.
yourself to be an investigator, a person of sound mind?
You and your comrades, and he kind of points at everybody that's around right now, you're the ones that brought that giant phoenix here and it's changed everything ever since it's arrived. Since then, the laws have changed. The Brotherhood does want nothing to do with me, calls me a scoundrel, which is absurd, and I got kicked out of the college. So your entire presence ticks me off. Really, honestly, it's all your fault. My life's in shambles, and I hate you. And he just kind of walks away. Just
I don't believe he'll be sending the Emperor a fan letter anytime soon.
Surely this cannot be all our fault.
Well, no, of course it's not.
I'd assume everything your guys' fault since I started hanging out with you.
Trouble seems to find us. We don't. Well, we go looking for the trouble only when we know that there's trouble to be found. Or trouble to find us. Either way, we're not the ones that create the trouble. Most of the time. Unless it's the Emperor's fault.
This is where you started. This is where you are right now, Tim. And keep digging your hole.
The trouble just stands in the way of us saving the world somehow.
Yeah. Bob Mary said.
That's concerning enough for multiple reasons I'm not going to think about right now.
Yeah, return.
I was trying to reset everybody, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, so we were going to turn the camera off at all next percent end.
I know. Oh, there's rumors. Now we got everything back. Okay.
Yeah, it's all back to normal.
All back to normal. Okay. All right. As you're shopping around and you have this man claiming that you have ended and ruined everything in his life, with nothing really to back it up besides the presence of the giant phoenix titan here. What else are you guys doing? What else are we looking for?
Mara, you looking for anything?
Oh,
No,
Mara,
I have a whole bunch of things I'm excited about, so I don't think I need to shop today.
Bob Mara, I saw these really cool staves in the Alchemist. I have no idea what they did, but they looked cool, so you should check them out.
Any shops that could have life gems that would simulate a spirit gun? In effect?
Salix has one on his dead body.
Well, that doesn't do me any good.
I will say, as you guys are shopping around, you have not seen any swords of light gems of that sort.
Avamira might take Atlas's advice. If Atlas will, you'll show me the way.
Can do. And just takes off.
So what did you show me here?
So, taking you to the alchemist that he had just previously bought the supreme healing potions from. Sorry, greater.
Oh, I'll take supreme.
No, no, greater. There are.
Let Alex point out what he wants me to look at.
He's like, these stabs over here caught my eye. And I don't know anything about magic, so they caught my eye. They have to be something relevant.
Ooh. Let me know. Take a look.
There are two staffs that catch your eye. One is twisted, and it starts off in a mahogany wood, and as it wraps around, it begins to form a tail of a dragon that descends up, very much what looks like Helgoth. And as it spits up to the top of the head, very Jafar-like, there are 3 dragon's heads at the top. One of these staffs would be considered a staff of lightning and thunder. The other staff that you see is just a simple, clean-cut pine. It looks unfinished to a sword, but yeah, looks very clean-cut all the way through. And at the very top of this thing, it branches out, and it looks like the base root of a tree upturned, but doesn't have any gem or anything like that. It's completely, it is just root-like. This staff is a staff of striking.
Mira will turn and say, ooh, what are the prices on these staffs?
Staff of lightning and thunder. It's 2,500. The staff of striking, 15.
And are we talking gold, copper?
Gold. Child talking copper. He laughs.
I'm so disconnected from society. My pardon. Which feels like normal society. Well, Alice, I do not have this coin on me. But these are fine, yes.
If you see one you like, I have an idea.
Yes, and...
I have... Do you want one of them? Is there one that you want? I can't give away my secrets.
Is it a
Well,
It's not...
of course.
It's not...
Lightning and thunder.
There's also 2 scrolls of
explosions?
Of explosions. No, there's a spell scroll of 8th level and a spell scroll of 7th level.
Alright, so you want... Staff of Thunder, Lightning, Crack Knuckles.
Keep any explosion spells far away from this room. At least a week. I mean, I don't quite think we would agree.
Don't feel confident in that type of magic after our experiences.
They're not actual explosions. They're
But
blank
have you
spells.
feel confident in perhaps lightning and thunder?
I got this. Like, good sir, you remember me from earlier? I sold you the epic lamp? Well, I have...
As he's holding it up.
An even more unique and secret treasure that I will save you later. But now my good friend wants a staff. So how much of a discount can you give us when I sell you this? And I have a spell of non-magic detection. Or it's a necklace of non-magic detection.
Not.
I can get that. I don't know what it is. Something like that.
Holds it up, puts it on for a second.
Able to proof against detection and location.
Yes.
Looks very nice and
Puts it on. Slicks back his hair a couple different times. Looks in the mirror. I do look really fine in it, don't I?
No, your enemies will never be able to find you ever again.
Coin indeed.
500 gold apiece. So.
And this is where I go, but wait, there's more! I have to copy that for. I also had these amazing shoes of spider climbing. only slightly worn out from big ass furball feet.
He looks them over. They are super stretched out. They are.
They're from the old furball emperor, Ulysses the Fourth.
Deception check.
I lean over to Avalere and give her a nudge and say, I knew I would have opened
It's
it.
22.
Like holds it up. The back sole is like barely hanging on, as these are super worn out. 25 gold.
25.
What else you got there, Atlas?
I was planning on selling all these anyways, but I don't know if I was planning all for my. I remember I was planning something for myself. But I already told her I would do this now, so I have to go all out. You're ready to go out, sir, and produce an onyx figurine of a dog. Found in the hidden temples far in the north.
This guy right here?
Yeah.
I'll look it over. With these 3 items, you can have the Staff of Striking. And I'll keep 500 off if you take both of these. So I will make just the Rod of Lightning, the Staff of Lightning and Thunder, 2,000 gold. And you get the staff for free.
Set a striking for free.
Or your choice of spell scroll.
That's all I got. It's 2,000 with a free staff thrown in. It's pretty soft. I don't know what we're rolling with.
My hair underneath my helmet begins to static, just standing next to her holding that staff.
Yeah. There's the slow. And shooting stars.
I didn't assume when you use the staff for striking, though.
Temin.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Monkman. Probably should.
I mean, what are the stats on that thing?
Staff.
I haven't really been a staff guy at all.
Staff of Striking is a quarter staff that gives you +3 on attack and damage rolls. You have 10 charges with this. When you make a melee attack using it, you can expand up to 3 charges of it. Each charge you expand, the target takes an additional 1d6 force damage.
It's even force like your normal stick.
The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expanded charges daily at dawn. If you expand the last charge, roll a d20. On a nat 1, the staff becomes a non-magical quarter staff.
It's a pretty good fucking staff for a monk.
Yeah, and it counts as a monk weapon, so...
It is a monk weapon.
Then go 2,000 gold, get a nice staff for Temin, and a nice staff for Alvaro. I think that sounds like a good deal.
Yeah.
I think I subtracted the gold from her staff. I can't. It was
It's 2,000 for all of it.
2,000 for all of it. Okay. We got 100 flat, 400 gold. So that's 1,400. If you have any magic items, you can trade for it.
I tossed all my magic items in. I was trying to impress them.
Nobody's tried haggling him at all besides what you've given. So,
Question on the staff, Alex.
yeah.
That's
The
right.
charges. You may refill on a long rest.
Yep. At dawn. They recharge at basically a long rest whenever you rest.
Like, no, never schmooze them or something. I'm not good at actually lowering them. I'm good at some things are higher.
Yep. And your staff of thunder and lightning There's a quarterstaff. It's a +2 on attack roll, attack and damage rolls with it. You also have a couple different properties with it. You have lightning, where when you hit with a melee attack, the target takes an additional 2d6 lightning damage. And then the thunder is when you hit with a melee attack using the staff, you can cause the staff to emanate a crack of thunder, enable out 300 feet, and the target must make a DC 17 Constitution save or become stunned. And as an action, you can cast a bolt of lightning that leaps from the top of the staff 5 feet and 120 feet long, and each creature in that line must make a dexterity saving throw of 17, or take 9d6 lightning damage on a fail or half on success.
Yeah.
Those are more of a melee staff.
You also get Thunderclap, which as an action you can use the staff to issue a deafening Thunderclap, which audibles 600 feet out. Each creature within 60 feet of you, not including you, must make a Constitution saving throw. On failed, they take 2d6 thunder and become deaf for a minute.
Yeah.
You can use an action of lightning strike and thunderclap properties at the same time. Doing so does not expand the daily use of the properties, but only use of this once. So. Yep. And when you use the properties from it,
would prefer the staff of striking. I think that's like going to be what my substitute for my spirit gun is going to be. Because I'm gonna would it basically be like the charges would be like little like blasts or something like that?
Yeah, you can drop up to 3 to do 3d6 extra damage on a hit.
Right.
the only difference is it is attack and damage rolls. So being a monk property wise, you're not going to get the range effect unless you have. Well, no, it has to be with the weapon, so it's not going to be your range like you're used to, but you can be up and close and expand these.
Right.
And your force damage, like, effect of pushing people back, your feet for that would still take effect. So you can still basically blast people back with force damage if needed.
Okay.
I guess.
Alright, I will try to buy this, but I also will try haggling for it.
Oh, we already got the staff.
Well, the staff of thunder striking doesn't sound like something Alvin is really
Haggle.
gonna use if it's like a monk, like smack people staff.
The staff with thunder and lightning.
I guess it can cast like some spells.
Yeah, it can cast spells off of it, and it gives you +2 on.
That's just so it's like just in case someone doesn't get close, you can whack it with it.
Correct.
Tell me, we already got the striking staff covered. We need 600 more gold to finish off the rest of the purchase.
Or if you have other items you want to barter off.
I don't even know how much gold I have from all of like the splits that we've done and all the platinum and stuff. I've never like.
We didn't split. We
actually,
just pooled everything.
Remember what? So I've probably got like whoever.
Yeah. The problem is you guys are purchasing very rare and like wondrous items right now. Like that's the reason why you're burning through your gold so quickly.
Yep.
Right. I'm just saying that like since the last 1 or 2 times that we've earned loot on stuff, I've 1 didn't know what the breakdown was, 2 never added it to mine.
That's what everyone pretty much. Everyone just like we pulled it
That's what
together.
the party
And that's
loot
what
is.
we're spending
Basically
right now.
all of our money because we haven't split it up.
Oh, well then how are we short? Because we had like a hell ton of platinum.
You've spent a couple thousands of dollars at this point in time today between an armor, a loonstone.
And how many platinum do we have?
At 100. We still have all the platinum, but that's only 1,000 gold.
That's like 100,000
No, it's
gold.
every platinum is 10 gold, so it's only 1,000 gold.
Oh, so it's only 1,000 gold? Alright, fine, fair enough. I thought it was
You can try to haggle them down, though. I would not argue about.
Like I said, nobody's tried haggling. These have been set points,
That's
and
what I'm
nobody.
saying. I will try and haggle.
I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration. It's like we're on the city.
Okay. Roll me. What do you say? I guess to try to haggle him down.
Trying to save the world.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like,
Hey, you are a hero here,
No.
Tevin. Flaunt your hero ship. There's taverns of you around.
Somebody's in a Gorgon tavern around here at Winter Dart Tournament board, but it's not you.
I won a dart tournament?
No, it wasn't
It's
you.
not you. It's Hephaestus that won it.
That doesn't do us any good.
We've canonically seen you and our mayor on like a tabard on a wall in the tavern.
You guys were posted in by the college. You were posted on
Not the house.
on a tavern board as well. So.
Do you have any chores or anything that we could? I mean, we're very capable individuals, but as a group, we're practically unstoppable and unkillable as well. Is there anything that we could do for you that can maybe lower this total for our group? Not that we can't afford it, because I mean, clearly we're quite wealthy and like to spend our own
You're a really bad negotiator. You said not that we can't afford it. You just put your entire pitch in.
Yeah, you just put your foot in your mouth as you pitched that.
Hey man, fuck it.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Just like I would tell Kivara, shut the fuck up. Let the big boys deal with this.
I just kind of nod and shuffle away.
Okay, look, here is the deal. I'm sure you've seen things have changed around, and not for the better. And there seems to be only... How many people do you know trying to combat the problems that are in our world right now?
I mean, we got the Arcane Brotherhood. We have the Solstice Academy.
The Arcane Brotherhood is a joke.
You're a joke, man!
I propose that you allow us a discount for using these weapons for the greater good. To try and make sure that the world is a safe, livable place for all.
Persuasion check.
I was waiting for you to say that, because I'm proficient in it.
Bardic inspiration, I gotta wingman this shit.
Alright, so what do I get for the bardic thing?
A
Bardic
d6.
inspiration?
Roll a d6 and add it on.
Yeah, 6. On top of my 19, it's a 22. So I rolled a 3 for the bardic inspiration.
Throw in that cool duster you're wearing and it's $1,000. 1,000 gold. Not dollars, but dollar bill, you know.
That's pretty good, Tim. It's just our platinum period. Yes, you're a duster.
Wait, what am I throwing in?
Your duster. You're wearing
Your coat. Your duster.
My coat.
It would look better on me. With its newly fine gem, and he slicks back his hair again. Yeah, give me your coat.
Run that shit, yeah, I mean.
I was gonna say, Tim, that coat cost you like 10 gold. Give him the coat.
You not wear armor anyway, why can't we find you a new coat?
I love it. Yeah, it is the $10, a 10 gold coat he's wearing. And he's having a problem taking 1,000 gold off for this.
There's nothing identifiable about it being an investigator's jacket. It's just like a fucking jacket, am I right?
Yeah,
Then, yeah, fine, fuck it.
it's just the fashionable coat that he wants, so.
That's been beat up to shit.
Yeah.
There's probably a copy in the table and you're across the street.
You want to autograph it too while we're at it?
No.
Just to add to its charm, I assure you he has not washed it a single time after any battle ever.
Although someday his coat got better revealed than the magic items I threw in his face, but it's fine.
Space, I shorted you. I didn't want you to barter, but you did it, so.
I bartered upselling my stuff. I can't persuade them down. That's not my skill set.
I know. But 1,000, and you are able to get the second staff.
Alright, I'm adding the staff of striking to my inventory.
Okay. Staff of Striking, Staff of Lightning, and Thunder have been purchased for the exchange of gold.
I knew the 25 gold slippers were too low. I was like, I don't know. They're slippers that are beat up. It's fine.
As you all gather your newly acquainted things and meet up in the
I
center.
wanted to try one thing actually.
Okay.
For that gem, for that smooth gem.
Yeah. What do you want?
What would you say for a trade for that gem at 500 gold with this drift globe, this illuminating light, this robe of useful items that has many patches that can be pulled off to acquire the items off them, and this cloak of elvenkind?
You just trying to get coin for it? Or you
A
trying to
trade. Drop the price down to 500. I'll throw those 3 items in 500 gold.
Oh, instead of the 100 plat from the parties group, is what you're saying? Or what do you...
Well, I have 150 gold on me, and there's still 400 left in the party.
Oh, I see. You're trying to buy something else.
Yep.
I do like new things. You got yourself a deal.
Sounds good.
I have
What was
Mercy.
it just called?
The Luno stone of intellect, that stone,
Yep.
gives you +2 intellect. Intelligence.
Hey, Almera, I think the payment of all the stuff I traded for your staff, you think you can enchant this 6th level scroll for me with something very explosive?
Me or Alphamere?
Almera.
What was
So it's
that?
funny, Al.
Think
You want to know what was still left on the robe of useful things?
Oh, I knew there was only like 2 ladders, right?
2 daggers, 2 lanterns, 2 steel mirrors, and 2 10-foot poles.
Yeah, I knew it was all just basic utensil stuff, so yeah.
Almera, so think you could do me a favor and infuse this 6th level scroll with a 6th level spell since I helped you get your staff? Preferably as explosive spell as possible.
Let's see. I have 1 6th level spell slot.
No,
Basically, you would, I think you get to spend a spell slot to enchant the spell.
Correct.
The scroll.
Yep. You basically, any of your knowledge of any 6th level spell you can learn as a wizard, you can enchant a scroll that hasn't been scribed to based off of that level. So but you do have to expand a spell slot to do it. So any 6th level spell you personally could learn or know, you could scry it onto this spell, but you have to expand 1 spell slot to do.
Ooh. Hold monster. I could throw hold monster onto it.
Ooh, the monster is good. But also, I remember hearing about this like meteor spell that I thought was 6th level.
Just happened to walk by some people at some point in time talking about a meteor spell.
I mean, besides, like, clever daggers.
Just get caught dead, your 6th level inscribed on it. We can come back to this later. I'll play these things. You would say you would scribe the spell that you know onto it at a cost of spell that we can work out what spell that is later. So we're going to spend so much time on this right now.
Yeah.
Needed a montage really bad.
This entire thing's been a montage for the last hour and a half. Basically, it's been a shopping trip montage of people running into your shop. No, I can't afford that right now. Run back out, go somewhere else, trade this here, get more money. Like, literally, you guys have been running around Didereach just exchanging things for more coin to get coin to go to the shops you actually
It's a
want.
flea market, baby.
It's basically a flea market fling right now, yeah. At one point in time, you guys, I'll say, all the shopping that's taken place, you guys have gotten your things minus Drummus, who did not get his sword into our hammer. Based off of the skill set of the apprentice you had asked. she didn't feel comfortable attempting to make that into a hammer.
Sure.
You are all standing in. If there's anything else, we'll get to it. Standing in the center court of the 2nd District of Didereach. A meat cart had just gone by. You guys had just gotten basically dinner, as it is late afternoon at this point. The suns, because both suns are now within rotation as it is getting closer and closer to summer, begin to set. One has already hit the horizon, adding a glow of orange and purple, basically sunset, hitting the clouds around as you're drifting. Not really drifting, the city stays put, but the city's floating. There's that slight breeze as all of you guys kind of look around. The crowd of people have slowly died down. A lot of shops have slowly started closing up. You're getting to that point where a lot of businesses are closing, but your taverns are starting to get a little more hustle and bustle right now. But you guys standing in the center point, right next to the clock tower as it dings and hits 8 o'clock. What do you guys do?
I think that's our cue to teleport back.
I'll ascend my griffin, Sadiva, and fly back off to the school. Or the college, or whatever the official type.
You're going back to the college?
Or wasn't that where the rendezvous was?
Yeah, I mean, if you're teleporting from there, yes.
That makes sense. Everyone's like, meet up at the college at this point.
That's what Bronte said.
Yeah.
Gideon Bronte said he needed some time. So.
Yeah. We kind of spent crazy on this new armor, so I don't think I'll have time for an artist unless I can find a caricature guy that can draw our group or something in a hurry. I was like, let's say 5 silver pieces. As you're walking by, you see one sketch artist who can basically characterize each individual person in your group. The big fat head style, like you're at Michigan Adventure kind of thing, and all of you guys have been characterized into chibi form, basically. Yes, that'll go on the ship. I'll kind of tuck them in my backpack. So, yes, and use like 5 silver for each character, or just like in total. I just did it in total because they're cheap sketches basically that get rolled up. They're 11 by 8 like little panels that you can basically post up into the ship if you want when you get back. But yeah, they're.
Oh, I already know the perfect spot to put them on everybody's door.
Yeah. As you guys head back to the 3rd District towards Dakinary School of Magic, heading down the marble hallways of the academic center, passing room by room, you pass by a blue Genasi, flowing hair. She kind of nods at you as Professor Drench walks by. You end up finally going to Bronte's door, knocking on it, slowly opening it up. And this man is exhausted. He is basically has reset the transmutation circle for you. Looks at you all. Ah, yes, come. You by chance didn't bring any food, did you? As I have not ate today and forgot about it.
I throw a bread roll at him.
Meat on a stick, my favorite.
Throw a bread roll at him.
Teleportation circle is ready for you all, though. Just step on in whenever you're ready. I have business to attend at the castle, apparently. I'm being summoned by the family. Well, the family beholders, but not beholders, but the holders of the family that watch over the castle when I'm not there, and now my sister's not there running things. I'm being summoned. I actually probably have to stop teaching, is what I've been told, which is ridiculous. I mean, I can be a ruler and a professor, right? That can happen, right? It's not over my head. This man is like slowly pulling out his hair out right now. He's having like a mental crisis. Like he's trying to juggle his life now, but he has made a teleportation circle. centered in the middle of his classroom like you guys had done before to get here. And it's ready for you.
Y'all ready to go?
All right.
Here you go.
Alright.
Hey,
Who wants to roll the D100 for the teleportation? Make sure you land where you need to.
Not me.
I found the spell I encoded.
I'll roll it. Y'all ready?
No.
No.
Strike a pose.
Pow, pow, pow.
I can't remember if low numbers are good for this or bad.
No,
for this.
I don't think you want low numbers.
We do want low numbers?
I don't think we want low numbers.
Well, that's too bad. I rolled a 12.
No,
No whammy, stop. You roll a 12?
A 12.
Cool.
Oh, no.
Is that not possible with teleport though? Because we know where we're going.
You know where you're going, but there's still the chance.
There's always a chance. That's like two permanently set up magic circles. There's always a chance.
He only had 1 point of access, basically. Kavara is a tuning rod, though. Do I have everybody on the map? I think so. Let me make sure. All of you landing as the circle forms and the bright lights spin around you, and the immersion of basically the room begins spinning as very much like a port key basically pulls you through this part of the material plane. A sigil forms underneath all of you, and as you all land within 5 feet of water as you are within the swamp near the ship, but not actually on the ship. You're like, as you all land, literally just mud and water just like splurts around you all.
Could be worse.
As all of you have been transported to the outside of the Zephyr. Just boop. Literally, it's basically this map again as you guys all land within the watery muds. You can see the ship within a couple, like 50, 60 feet, but you did not land directly on the ship. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I have Saziba just kind of grab me by the shoulders and get me all by the body soup, and then it just kind of straddle. And I'm just kind of hovering like a 8-bit video character, just kind of.
The ship's still here.
Ship's still here. That barrier that you had put around for protection, magical field is not there. You look, the ship looks as you had left it from the outside.
Fail, check it out.
Vel will look at all of you, run towards the ship, climb up the side, go on board. Give me a minute. And he will basically do a quick scavenger look around. Who wants to roll? We'll do an investigation check for me, as I will for Val. Just roll a d20, and then
I got it.
Okay.
14 is what I rolled.
Now, I just sent you the spell. I say got described to the thing. Okay. So no one can know what's up. Well, I'm here taking the notes if you want to.
It's a 26 total for him. He runs up and down the ship. Comes back a couple minutes later as all of you guys have made your way out of the muckiness and basically towards the dry land, or near where the dropped ladder is to climb up the side of it. He comes over to the top of the deck and looks down at you all. We seem to be clear.
Alright. I'll head in with them in the front. And I head towards my room.
Home sweet home. I feel like we haven't been here in 5 years.
It's been 2 days.
Wait, I still feel like it's been like a month and a half or something like that. Yeah, that's weird.
It's been a couple days. Yeah, that's literally it. So, on the main deck, you guys are in a different time zone, it is still basically 8 o'clock. Actually, yeah, no, technically you're in a farther ahead time zone, so it's probably darker, so it's probably 10 o'clock technically. But the suns have pretty much completely set. The one sun is completely gone, and the other one is eclipsing behind the Gastren Mountains that are in the background near the little small town. As your ship is sitting within the swamp, and you guys are all aboard your temporary home, the home that you call the Zypher. What do you guys do at this point?
I would like to my new staff.
You're returning to your new staff.
I need a roll for that, don't I, Al?
Not your staff, no. You just need enough time with the staff to learn and understand it. Which is basically like...
1 hour.
Yep. Like reading a book.
Alvamira also has other items to switch attunement to.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the brooch of shielding and her cloak, she would like to attune to the staff of, her new staff, and the Heartweaver's primer.
All of you guys can always go to your individual rooms or do what's needed to basically switch over your new items.
What do you think specifically I was going to do? Specific about the ship. I was just going to check the cabin, check the engine, make sure nothing's been shenaniganized.
Make an investigation check for me as well. Then. Anybody that wants to, after Vale gave you the all clear, anybody that is really searching up and down the ship can at this point.
Yep.
I was going to say as much as I trust Vale, but I don't trust Vale at all.
I think I trust Vale enough to... I'm putting the pictures of everybody on the door.
Ooh, I'm glad I rolled well, because I had +0. I got 16.
11.
You're going to the cabinet, the captain's cabinet, right? Probably putting the steering wheel back.
I probably won't put the steering wheel back until we actually are going to leave, because I don't want it to be stolen from while we're sleeping.
Okay. With this 16 in the captain's cabinet, nothing is out of place. But there's a smell, you would say. It's almost like sulfuric. That's just it's the residue is within the cabinet itself. You don't know. It's emanating from the cabinet itself, but it kind of drifts out as you leave it in and out. But there's a smell within the cabinet, I would say.
Weird. Sulfur smell. I can't really tell where it's coming from at all.
No. There are different communication pipes and stuff like that for different levels of the ship within here. When you can talk in the decks, as you look around, you can see basically from these tube systems that it's emanating from that. So it seems like it's coming from a below deck.
Below deck, yeah. So.
Yeah. And then Blocka within 11, you said? I would say you probably get down to the engine room and you would smell this as well. You also would notice the churning engine that is normally, it's normally spinning. It's all 5 gears have been locked up at this point in time, and they've all stopped. And there's this almost like burning smell from as soon as you get down to the engine room, Blocka.
I want to go grab Germus. I'll also yell into one of the pipes, the communication pipes, because I figure everyone will kind of hear it. Engine seized up.
I was oh, so that's what the smell is. Okay, I'm coming down.
Coming on down to the engine room. Dreamers, are you coming down there too?
Yeah.
Okay. Down in the engine room, you guys are looking things over. Blocker, you have a stupid high perception.
Yep.
I would tell you that your overflow tanks, basically, where liquids are not supposed to be, basically one of them has almost completely filled up, and that's where the sulfuric smell is coming from. Basically, the engine had been running this entire time you've been gone.
I thought we turned it off.
I feel like we turned the engine off. I took the steering wheel off.
You took the steering wheel off, didn't turn the engine off. And basically, the engine itself has cycled through and spit out the oil and gas that it didn't use into an over trough, basically, and this burning smell is coming from that. So.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go turn the engine off. Let's refill the gas and oil, and then let's go to bed. Even though I swear I turned it off for real life.
You tried. There was a switch you missed based off of the roll when you left.
Well, it's a complicated ship. It's fair. I want to scout the cabin and say, now, where is the off switch?
Heading back. I was like, yeah, back up to the captain's. Everything was on. I was like, might have been the Emperor's translation.
It's true. I can read it myself now, though. I learned it as a
You have learned it. And basically, you look over your gears, and yes, you had the engine in. It was supposed to be an idle, but it wasn't. It basically was in like a neutral, and so it was in a very low running. Like it would cycle, but it continued for the last couple of days.
So it's like,
So,
choke. Like, alright, block up. You can fill it back up now.
Alright. Fucking start pouring in the fuel.
Yep. The little bit of fuel you got from the town is put into the last tank, and you guys basically have one full tank right now out of 4. You need some big ass jumper cables. You are correct.
Wherever we go next, better be some high-paying sons of bitches.
After filling it up, we are late in the night. A lot of you guys have been in your rooms attuning to things. Filling up the tank engine. Is there anything else you guys need to talk about or do before we take a rest?
I was going to do the life gem, because I know that's like a specific roll, so...
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe do that on the deck, as I see my tail. Like, don't do it on the engine, do it on the deck, Blanca.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do it down in closed space.
I don't know. I've lost faith in people. Not you specifically, but this people in general, as this journey has gone on.
So you're trying to attune to the life gem or like understand the life gem? Second?
Yep.
Alright. I need a wisdom save.
Oh, easy. So that's a 17 plus 11.
28. Okay. As you hold this gem, it spins off the top of your hand and begins floating in the air. And as it pulsates out, this bluish purple orb begins to form around it. Roll me a d20, Joel.
Just straight D20?
Straight d20.
16. That 6 looks like an 8 on the small die.
Cool. This gem starts pulsating out, and a language starts appearing and engraving into your mind. As it does so, you hear the beginnings of whispers, and then they start becoming more clear. You're hearing the whispers between two beings talking back and forth in Celestial. And you can add Celestial to the language of understanding. As these two speakings to you, well, these whispers are speaking back and forth, and you slowly begin to comprehend what they were saying. the orb itself is still glowing out, and as it begins spinning in this purple and bluish orb basically are going around in front of your hand, you begin to notice there is spinning around, there's an eye that meets one of your eyes. It's a baby blue, and then also another eye of a red, and they almost form, and as they spin around, it makes the purple hue of the gem itself. And you hear, "We see you," before it stops and forms back into your hand.
I have an idea where we should go next.
Oh, quest lines are turning.
And I'll go back to my cabin for the night.
Okay. Go back to your cabinet, holding the crystal. What is everybody else doing? Everybody else going to bed? Are we all happy?
I guess at this point I would like draw blueprints because usually my long rest, like
Yeah.
downtime section.
We are heading into a long rest. I do need... Let me pull up the thing really quick. Oops.
I was gonna keep watch.
Okay.
Kavara definitely put like alarms at the top of the
Yeah,
staircase.
Kavara's definitely setting for alarms. Where are you at?
Pick up
Drummers,
the spyglass.
can I have a charisma saving throw from you during your resting period?
19 on the die for a 24? Yeah, 24.
Okay. Okay, that's a save against the sword. And then no additional effects take place during your resting period.
Sounds good.
You will hear the faint whispering in your dreams tonight, though, Terminus, as whatever your dream can be, there's a constant looping, basically, of a sound. Of just a female entity saying, "Find it. Find it and destroy. Find it. Find it and destroy." And it just keeps looping within your dreams. So, anybody else during their sleep or you're doing your blueprints?
Yeah, I forget what we wrote.
The Emperor, during your watch, where are you at during your watch?
I'm gonna be sitting back in the nest, high up, with the spyglass like I did when I attempted to find Vale coming up on our ship. So
Okay.
I'm at least giving myself the best advantage.
It's bold that I gave him that side glass after all the sass has been thrown at me. Bold.
Looking through your eyeglass there, the Emperor, if you want to roll in a... it's not going to be a perception check. If you're looking around and you see the city within a mile, I would say, with the spyglass, roll me an investigation check.
Plus Nat 20, baby.
Hey!
So for a total of 22.
No, a nat 20 is freaking awesome.
Alright.
During your watch, there's nothing that encroaches upon the ship, but you at late within the night, you turn the spyglass and you look towards the city, and you can see the smokestacks burning off the top of the roof. And there's a bit of crackling lights throughout the city as they slowly dimmed out. Late in the middle of the night, the smokes themselves give off the shadows of 3 airships landing near the city during the middle of the night. Late in the middle of the night.
I recall hearing about 3 airships Penhurst or something like that. Somebody had three.
If you remember, this city is pretty much a gas station. As I call it, it is a in and out for a lot of people, but also the Zonkla military has used this as a point of interest. But this is super late for this to be happening, and it has piqued your interest, I will say.
Oh, shit. How many hours into the night did this happen?
So I would say it's probably about 2 a.m. You've probably been 3 or 4 hours into a watch right now.
I'm going to. If anybody approaches the ship, I'm going to use disguise self. The best thing. But we're kind of off in the middle of nowhere, but I don't really like that people are that close. I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on things, but I'm quite unnerved now.
Okay.
If anyone else is awake, I'll let them know what I saw, but...
Late in the night, climbing up the crow's nest, you'll hear Kavara call out, "Are you up still?"
Oh, yeah. I kind of peek over the edge and look down.
She'll slowly climb up to the crow's nest and just, "I'm here to take you out. See anything interesting?"
Yeah, unfortunately I saw three, I say we, but Saniba actually saw quite a few things in the distance too. We've been kind of keeping an eye on things. Anyhow, 3 ships came in. Do believe that they are involved? Well, very well could be. I couldn't quite see any signs that or flags or anything that detailed it, but it's got me quite on edge. I'm not entirely sure at this hour why 3 large ships would come into the city at this time.
Well, I can see you're rattled, but your watch is up. I'm here for the shift change. If you want, you can stay with me and just... But I don't want to keep you up any longer than you need to. Should I be worried about them coming this way, do you think?
I am. I will continue to stay up for... I know that you only need half the amount of time to rest, so I'll hang out. An extra set of eyes in the company would do me well before I rest.
You can stay with Kavara. Doing so, you're not going to get a full rest, so you would have a level of exhaustion if you want to continue through the entire night.
Hell, you're talking me into it. I gotta be at my best. I'll try and sleep.
Stativa is flying around, you said, right?
Correct, yeah. Not like making a big stink of the things, but like getting a bird's eye view, if you will.
Okay. How close does she get to Lonvent, the quaint town, after seeing these ships? Do you send her in any closer, or do you still keep her within the swamp's reach?
Well, we do have a telepathic link. If I guess this would be my first real test for Sayonara, to send the beast out and attempt to be kind of stealthy, but just kind of get... I'm not saying fucking go hero that shit solo, but like try and gain some intel, report back telepathically.
Bird-eye view, you could say.
Bird-eye view, indeed. Okay. Sending your griffin towards the town. Hanging low to the trees, the griffin flies until the breakaway wall forms in the beginning of the rooftops. Your griffin lands on top of the roof and basically starts just scouting out as you have this connection. Looking around at the streets, you can just see armed military folks within their white cloaks and their white armor up and down the side streets. As the griffin moves around, trying to keep an eye, I want you to roll a stealth check for Stativa.
Okay. I don't know how the stats work. I know the intelligence is boosted based on being a companion.
The rest of them would still be a base griffin stat.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what the bonus is, but I'm just gonna roll. That's a 6.
Okay. Griffin has...
Plus 2 to dex.
Yep. So it's an 8 total.
Yeah, not great.
Stativa lands on one of the roofs for a second. As she notices this, she flies up and goes to another roof, but as she does so, a couple of the clay roof tops basically slide off because of her weight, crash down to the side, onto the ground. There's a split second that you can hear through this connection of some soldiers. You're just like, oh, what was that? Like, they turn back around, rotating their path around. They begin looking up, and Stativa starts moving again, trying to keep her momentum. She sees for a split second as she moves towards the city well, towards the main stream, begins to fly back up. She can see the 3 ships have docked within the small docking port of Levent. She also notices a small cart trailing towards the well. There are 4 individuals on each side of this cart, and then 2 people leading this cart. As soon as they get to the well, there's some sort of tapping on the side of the well. The water stops bubbling over and dries up over time as this cart is weighted there. The well then, as the water stops and after the tapping, as she flies back around and lands on another roof and looks into the middle of the city, well, the city main street here at this well. After the water drops, the main siphon that bubbles up all the water begins to slowly drop down into the well, becoming a circular platform. As it does so, a giant opening of black forms within the middle of the well. And these individuals hook something on the side and basically begin to descend into this well. As they begin to descend, there's a clear, well, I don't know how much you can see it, it's very dark, but there's still some lights and illuminating wise, barely giving any vision of this. But you can see the ropes pull aside, and basically this cart begins to be unloaded of bagged goods. You can't quite tell, they look like they're in brown bean bags, basically, like your coffee bag kind of style. They get tied onto a side of the rope, and then the rope gets pulled, and then they get dropped down. And this car is slowly being unloaded into this well, as a couple individuals have gone down. At this point in time, an arrow is shot at Steve. It is going to miss. The Griffin has been spotted. What do you want the Griffin to do?
Retreat. Well, lead them off track. Don't head straight back for the ship.
Okay.
They'll lead them right to
Roll
us,
me a
so-
deception check for the misleading of the Griffin.
I do not have any idea what it would be. If I roll super low, I'm gonna use. I think I got one more enough point, but let's hope
So
I
-1.
minus 1. Yeah, so that would be a 7. I think I have enough left that I might give it a shot. Yes, I'm gonna use one of my lucky points and roll that. Oh yeah, that's an 18. -1, so a 17.
17. Okay. Swarming up, going into one of the clouds of the smokestack, the Griffin goes away before it loops back around towards the ship. And I'm going to step away for just a moment to grab another drink. And then that is going to conclude the end of the long rest. I was like, that's going to be the excitement of the night. Everybody gets their full long rest. We'll pick up just in a second with everybody well rested. Do you need another drink? Oh yeah, you're fine. That's fine.
Happy with this news that there's some motherfucking white folks in town. They can all get that
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Could you make those channeling gloves as an item real quick?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm just designing my new. Revamping it at least. I had made an older version. The older version is not going to do enough damage to be what it's called. So revamping a bit.
And I don't know what the gem is that. Like, I don't even remember the gem's name.
It was like the Luna Stone gem or something like that, right? The channeling gloves. Wait, no, this I need to make it. Potions, create homebrew items. Scrap.
Ironstone of. Oh yeah, Ironstone of Intelligence.
Yep.
Oh, the iron stones. I do actually know those. Magic type. Recycle. The gloves of channeling require attunement. They want Alex.
The stones?
No, the gloves of channeling. They're from the accessory. What's that actually called?
Let me pull those up because I forget. I want to say yes.
They're at artifact level, so probably.
Yeah. Let me pull it
No, I found the original. It does not say in the original posting, at least it didn't say.
It wasn't stuff that wasn't supposed to be, so I want to say.
Because it did list the attunement for all the other ones, but like the gloves were actually one that didn't have.
No, they do not.
Well, so I'll take off attunement then.
They don't require attunement?
Nope.
The channeling gloves do not.
Okay.
Context.
Okay. Well rested. Minus the Emperor, who has stayed up because of the unnerving settlement of the Zonklin military doing some interactions in the middle of the night. You guys are all slowly waking up in the morning. What do you want to do? What is everybody doing for their morning routines and starting their day?
I am going to, like, prep my armor and don it. I'm actually going to take the stone and I'm going to toss it up above me. And it's now going to start circling around my head.
Okay. The psychic gem? Knife gem? No, the eye.
No.
Yep.
The iron stone.
The other gem. The other gem that you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. It almost. I was like, yeah. It is like a slow, like circle too, like as it goes around, like within orbit around you.
Yes. Yeah, it was 1d3 feet away from my. So it's 1 foot away from my head.
Okay. So the circles around. Everybody else, as he's prepping his armor.
Alright, Joel, it should be in there now.
Thank you, Justin.
Yo.
I'm gonna get dressed.
It's probably take a second, so it'll show up immediately.
Wait for anybody to arrive to explain to them what I saw during the night.
Do you guys all meet in the conference room after
Oh, yes.
breakfast?
True.
Breakfast!
So, am I adding an exhaustion on?
Yeah, you're gonna add 1 level of exhaustion since you stayed up the entire night.
Okay. I accidentally hit the long rest, but I didn't have any damage done to me. I may have had like 1 or 2 low level spells, so
Yeah, that's
I'm
okay.
adding it.
Okay.
I can't remember how to add exhaustion. Oh, conditions, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. There it is. Okay. I can't remember what that does, just remind me in context of it.
Mm-hmm. So level 1 of exhaustion, you just have a disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. Yeah, anybody that comes into the Warlum area, I'm just gonna kind of unload on the Zonklin ships and their plot. Whatever else that they're doing.
Is everybody going to the war room after their prepping of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm glad you're all here. During my watch, I was looking onward into the city, watching the lights dim, and I watched 3 airships, come into the city, and they landed in Levent. That's where they parked. I saw the Azankan military, a force of them, and they had a cart full of goods of some kind, and they entered through a well, a secret entrance into the well, and went below with whatever it was that they were smuggling. I stayed on the ship. Sadiva did some navigation and was superb in stealth, and relayed this information to me telepathically. I don't know if we should pursue this or actively try and make some defensive maneuvers to not be seen as we leave this area, because our ship could easily be watched. I sound like shit, by the way, because I have not slept all night, so I just sound raspy and just
So we just gotta decide if we want to deal with this problem now, or leave and come back and deal with it later.
I think if we deal with this now, it's one less loose end.
do I know if it seemed to be like lackeys or if it's like a higher? I mean, it could just be an operation, but there is an operation at, the city that we're currently at. Now that we're back to the ship after all this crazy shit, yeah, that was like I think maybe it was Drumas that was told to go below.
Yes.
So, and this is where we rescued the child and all that shit. So,
Correct.
yeah. So, if we're all being summoned or called forth to go below the city, is it our ethical responsibility to handle this, or should we continue to run and get the jump on the enemy? Would this be the jump on the enemy? I don't know. All I know is I'm willing to die in battle with you, but I don't want to do it today.
As much as I just want to fly the airship out of here, this feels like a problem we can't ignore.
Are there any? We ever discovered any potential champions that are a part of the Azankan military? Could we potentially get some blood from somebody in one of these potions?
To your knowledge, you have not.
I mean, they're a thorn in multiple of us sides, but I mean, we got really big problems with, all the other global things, and I mean, I'm not the most stealthy person, and they seem to be covering the tracks well with this entrance.
So we go in heavy. No need for stealth if everybody's knocked out.
We'll just block it down a well again. It went fine last time. Just maybe someone else should hold his bags.
Well,
And I'm like,
they descended down into the well. I mean, we could feather fall down, but I don't know how we can get back up. They look like they need ropes.
I mean, we have the carpet.
Oh, right, close. The carpet kind of gives me like a motion, like I've forgotten about it again.
Yeah.
I was about that carpet until I got a grip on it. It's like second read. So I'm down for a smash and grab if you want to go see what these guys are up to, but they're dangerous.
Not prepared for dangerous. I'm sure Tevin wants to test out his new stick.
I lay my my mace on the table across the war room round table, essentially, like putting my
Alright, you're gonna put holes in the table. You're spite. Flail.
This is like our core table. I thought it would be symbolic. Shut up, Alice. I just picked my mace back up.
This is casual like hole in the table. Like, great. What am I gonna do with that hole in the table now?
Maybe we'll find Jermis a new hammer.
Ugh. Don't even get me started with that.
Hey,
Maybe he find his old hammer that the sword got rid of.
I'm a blunt weapon guy myself, Jermis, and I understand that the crushing of your enemy's bones is quite satisfying, but I wouldn't mind seeing you slice down a few of these guys.
Oh, make no mistake. I'm gonna do it. Oh, easy, I'm sure. But won't be as satisfying. Yeah.
I love that all 3 of our tanks use blunt weapons.
Well, used to.
Yeah. I mean, even if we can't... Was there some secret code or something they used to get into the entrance?
I heard a knock. Unfortunately, I don't know if I would be able to imitate it, but I don't know how strong it was from the eagle's perception, or the griffin's perception, so we could attempt to imitate it. If it was activated by sound, it might be tricky, though, as opposed to finding some kind of switch.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we just blow a hole in the ground.
It would alert some guards and turn some heads and draw even more attention to us, and I'm not really... If we're gonna drop in stormtrooper style and just completely put the boots to these guys, which I'm all for, by the way. I mean, these guys are... Most of the soldiers are puppets, unfortunately. So I will continue to use a blunt object and maybe not kill some of them. I know what they go through, but a lot of them are committed to the cause, and I was fortunate enough to be removed from it. I don't think they will be so fortunate.
If there's a sleeper agent code word you have installed in you gotta tell us now, so we know when to beat you up and tie you and throw you in the back.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's what they... Well, you ready to have to tie them, throw them back on the airship. That's what they all say.
I don't know how their methods work. I just know what I do when they made me. I don't know how the initiation process is. And I just kind of blank off for like a good 30 seconds without saying anything.
I was gonna joke like say a bunch of like exotic keywords, but I think we've gone far enough. You touchy.
Are you referring to some sort of like cantation that?
No, like what if like the metal snake rises? Does that do anything for you?
You want to see my snake rise at us?
Don't make me shoot you.
I don't judge. We're all welcome here, but
Gavar can make snakes rise.
I'd rather see your snakes than his snakes.
sure you can. I don't know, Atlas. I don't know. And it's been quite some time since I've been a part of the military, and I don't know what they have done. These goods could be illegal substances. They could be trying to sabotage the city. I don't know.
Guess we'll find out. If it comes to it, just know I'll take.
Run into a fiery death, but we need to be quick. And I'll have to disguise myself going into the city because I would most definitely alert them. And if you have a history with the Azantlan military, you might want to do the same.
Bell would just chime in. Or we could just leave, you know.
I mean, I wish. I would like that, but...
I've been trying to get away from this town since I've landed here. You are my ticket out.
Well, so why did you come back to us?
You are my ticket out.
Take it out and back in.
No, with this airship, I was hoping to leave. Maybe to that place Avamera comes from. Rufari, you might give me some answers.
Well, you know where I stand. Atlas is ready to go, but he's ready to fuck some shit up. But I can't force the rest of the party. Do we need to put a vote to it if we go investigate, or if we try to just get the hell out of this town? I mean, we saved the child. But we did something good here at least.
All of you are so quiet today.
I
I think
Thinking.
trying to let other people go. I'm not
I
going
know.
to lead us to our death. I don't know.
I'm perfectly ready to go in.
I would be as well.
Well, I didn't take the time to put the steering wheel back on since we're not going anywhere.
I'm a bit hesitant because I feel like I'm much more of a hindrance now, but I would be cautious to go.
You are never a burden to me, Tim.
You ever do a cool ass stick? Hit people with it.
Even if you're not a finger blaster anymore, you can always be a fister. I'm damn proud of you.
Actually,
You can wait.
he has a big,
forever,
huge
have it.
stick now, actually. He's not fisting anything.
Well, you know, and I just kind of play it off and keep talking.
And we're ending there today. Thank you.
You are lovely.
Time to be alive. I'm about to die.
So,
You guys heading to town?
would we
Yeah.
make it from our location to that spot within an hour time period?
Within an hour? You're only a mile away. The ship, is a little over a mile away. It's like a 10-15 minute walk for you guys. Through the swamps.
I kind of want Vale's stealth, but someone's got to stay behind for the ship. And I want
We still have the steering wheel attached. No one has to watch the ship. It's been fine for 3 days. It'll be fine for
Yeah.
a day, hopefully.
Did you leave
Camouflage.
it running?
It's off. Dude, you weren't in that scene, Deborah. You can't sassy about it.
Someone else can talk to me about it. Alright, well, I'm going to, before I leave the ship, I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself. And I'll just pull up a randomizer and send it in the group to see what I look like.
I wish we could have the ship had like an autopilot. Could we fly over and I'll just dive onto the well? There's this one YouTube video I used to watch. It's called Trip. No, it's something by Worthy Kids. It's about clowns. I'll actually show it later.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm completely
It'll make
lost.
perfect sense afterward. I'll show you the video.
Okay. You want to autopilot the ship over and drop off into the
Yeah,
well
it's exactly the scene from the video.
as the well is. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, so you guys agreed to not agreed. You're a bird snoring mountain. You're a tabaxi now.
I'm an old farmer. Just making a modest living.
An old farmer tabaxi. I mean, it makes sense where you guys are at.
It's called
I
Wild
thought-
and
I thought
Stupid.
it was
They say
appropriate.
it more than 5 times in the video.
So, one event. If everybody agrees, and you guys start heading off the ship through.
I'm gonna disguise myself as well since my bright ass red armor is pretty obvious.
Okay. Anybody else?
Did anybody buy me a new jacket?
There are a few
We'll get you a new
Zebras.
one after the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting dirty now.
Just grab one, as we gotta go through the city to get to that event parking area, basically. Maybe just grab a quick merchant. you'll just have to, find something quick. It could be a nice jacket, or it could be just this will keep you warm at least for a bit.
For style, it's not for warmth.
Maybe a nice cardigan.
He thinks it looks cool.
That's why the fucking shopkeeper wanted it. Because it looks cool.
It looks better on him than you, if you remember the doors correctly.
If you're nothing without the suit, you don't deserve to have it.
I am not nothing, but I just like the way that I look. Because it was guaranteed to me.
It's a cool jacket. Okay, Tevin, we will let you have it. It's a cool jacket.
I put my hand on Tevin's bare shoulder and say, I like the way you look too.
So how are you guys? Sorry, what were you saying, Avamera?
I would say Avamera would also cast Disguise Self.
So everybody's going as somebody else apparently.
I'm just giving myself an eye.
No, that's fine. I was like, that's fine.
I've never been on this side of the hemisphere before, so.
I am
Yeah,
quite famous after
I
all.
was very Radeau, Draven, and like maybe Legio based in my early life.
I was like, so we have the Emperor going as Bird, the Tabaxi. What are you guys going as?
I am a half-orc. I'm like I'm keeping this,
Yeah.
keeping the same height. I am a half-orc. I look like I look like a barbarian.
Okay.
Can't phase the illusion if you fill the whole space with the illusion.
Changing your name, or are you going as Blocka as well?
I'm gonna go as Olg.
Like I had a Smasher last name. Olg. Mountain Smasher.
Yeah, Olg Mountain Smasher, sure.
What a last name. Okay, and Avamera, what are you going as?
Jermas, just to confirm you're not changing your parents.
I'll just take like a charcoal from my bag and just do like 2 lines of me. Oh me, Jumris. No, that's dumb.
No
No,
one's gonna recognize him. He's a dwarf without a hammer. No one's gonna recognize him.
Avamera would like to shapeshift into a dwarven woman with red curly hair. Proclaim she is a Helga Blackhammer.
That's pretty good. Not bad.
What's your
Or
first?
it's so pretty good, eh? And Avamera will do her best.
Are you a male dwarf? Or sorry, you said
He said
female.
Helga.
You said Helga.
Female, but
I did not hear the first name, so you said
Helga.
Helga. Okay.
Helga.
Okay.
I am Helga Blackhammer, yes.
Drumus, I didn't know had a wife.
I love it. Drumus has a wife apparently, or a cousin.
Jermas, what do you say?
It's pretty good. Not bad.
Take a quick
It's
glance.
good.
Take a quick glance around. Who am I hanging out with right now?
Vel will just put his hand on his face too. I have no idea.
Maybe
Kavar's
that
like,
list will finally be the most interesting person in the.
yeah. Kavar is just like, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, heading in to the hearth. You guys go through the swamps.
Where's map says? The Heath.
Yep, there's no R in there. The Heath. There's supposed to be an R in there, but who knows? Who made this map? Not me. I totally did. So, you guys head up through the swamps, and as it slowly becomes a stone road, it becomes that bridge that leads over the wetlands of the rice and fields into the city. You guys are in between the old and west district. As all 8 of you head in. Who's leading and what's your game plan here, I guess? Where are you guys heading?
I'm gonna leave that based on the information I got. I would actually maybe use I heard the Griffin at the ship. So maybe a set of eyes or something like that at the ship. Because I'm not gonna, that would be way too damn obvious to bring her in. But I'm gonna lead based on what information Saliva provided me with. And just kind of mosey on in that direction to where the well was, or at least in the general vicinity.
Shit, where did it put it? Alright, I was trying to. I can't find what the hell his name is.
The mountain?
No. The baker. The baker that wanted to take Dreamers out.
I mean, she about to be disappointed with his new wife.
It was a he.
He's even disappointed with his new wife.
As you guys head into town, heading past the Queen of Hearts, Dreamers, I'll say you just look over for a second next with Helga. You're like Avamir posing as his girlfriend, wife, whatever you guys want to be, and you just make, for a split second, you see the glass window of the Queen of Hearts, and you can see the halfling that you had made acquaintance with, like, look, and he dropped his croissant for a second as he sees you with a dwarven woman, like, just hurt a little bit. Heading into town, if nobody is really, I guess, stealthing on my people that are not in disguise at the moment, everybody not in disguise, I need a, we're gonna go perception check.
I was keeping an eye out always. Like, it's me.
Yeah, I know.
I cast the watchdog.
What is it? A 15?
I mean, everybody can roll with perception, honestly, but the people not in disguise will be the ones.
That's 24.
13.
15.
29.
Gross. I hate all of you. Okay, Kavari, okay.
Nothing happens ever. You're all too fuck off going.
Vel, Atlas, block up. As you guys walk into town, you make your general, like, hello, good morning, whatever it is, to, like, the bystanders, people just trying to be quaint and, like, civil to people. A couple children at one point in time rush by. It is your typical small town feeling. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing out of place. You see the white cloaked soldiers walking by. They're individualized, not a lot of them in groups, a lot of them just make rounds. Nobody has really stopped any of you guys until you get close to pretty much where the market square begins out, where the winter square forms out. There is some sort of stage, I guess, presence there right in front of the Winter Village office. There's been a small stage established. And there's a speaker talking out to a small group of the crowd of Levent. As each of you slowly, if you guys all stay together, slowly enter towards the crowd, or if you want to head a different way, that's fine. But you can hear a muffling of some speaker within the town square. With a perception check of over 20, you have heard the words, of course, Zonklin, but the words of unifying children of Jensara. The speaker hat is pulled off, helmet is pulled off to the side. He's in light leathered armor. It is different than a lot of the other soldiers who are more in like a plate or a chainmail. It is very lightly padded, And as he is standing in front of a podium, this small deck of a platform, 10 by 10 in total, as he calls out to the bystanders of Levent, and basically you hear him just say, "It has been done, children of Jansara. She has risen once again. She has came from the ground, from the core, to reign her rule once again. Please, pledge your allegiance as we are making a new temple within Levent to praise the great serpent, as she is bringing a new life to you all. Yes, yes, to you, Marith, and to you." Like, he starts pointing and individually calling out people in the tavern. Like, remember how you have lost everything within that house fire. The temple will help you. Like, and he basically is trying to, like, please these people by giving them promises. Like, he's going around as the speaker leaves off the podium and heads into the crowd and begins to, like, very Messiah-like, touching people's, like, hands. You can see him still trying to talk over the crowd and just get people to buy in of the serpent's rising. And as he gets to the middle of the group, and you guys are at the back end of this, you guys can also see within the town square, a lot of the ports off to the side are now guard. There have been more guards slowly walking in as you guys have been watching the speech go on. And as he lets goes of one of the people that he's talking to, the speaker comes up to Vel and Vel kind of like holds back and like tries to, child, no, just give in. Jinsa, and he looks over at Taimin. Just let your heart at ease, knowing that the peace of the world is in the hand of the great creator, the one that cores and holds everything together, Zillion. She has spoken, and she is claiming a new era.
While he's saying this, I am going to use the channeling gloves.
Okay.
And the mind gemstone to, without verbal or somatic components, cast Zone of Truth on him.
Okay. Just him? Because there's a bunch of people around him, too.
Well, it's an area, but, like, he is the center of the zone.
Okay, cool. What's the save total? Is it
18.
18?
Charisma save.
It's a 19.
Oh.
I'm going to use a reaction.
Okay.
And Silvery Barb.
Okay.
He has to reroll and use the lower.
He went from a 19 to a 17.
Oh. Man, it's got a little hot. Not hot enough, though.
So he has to tell the truth. Well, as he's speaking, and this zone kicks up, he all of a sudden speech changes from "Children, the temple that we are building for Jinsara will bring you peace" to "You will die today," and his face will look at, like, just a random person all of a sudden. "Jinsar is not the savior, but the ender, the breaker of the world." What? Oh my god, what am I saying? No, she will destroy everything. No, like, it's not true. Like, and people are, like, becoming very hot, like, hostile, just, like, abrupt, as a bolt hits the back of this dude's head and his body drops. And you look back at the stage, and standing on the stage, one of the armed guards basically had a crossbow, and you can see it just have released and shot the back of this dude's head as he drops to the ground. The soldier is standing there. "That's enough of today. The temple will be built, and Jisaw will rise up as the true titan of Hizillion. You leave, you die."
Is anybody like running, screaming, or are they just...
No, everybody's kind of just shit-faced, scared at the moment. As he says this, Temin, Drumris, Atlas, and Kavar, who are towards the back of the group, because that's where I'm saying you guys are at, based off of how you guys are spread. Especially Drumus. The head figure that you had once ran into the side streets of this, that you had learned the name of General Zelgis von Stein, is standing there with a couple armed guards. And just says, "Dwarf, I told you to leave, did I not?" And you hear the sound of a gun basically clicking, and that's where we're going to end, as they are arming themselves.
Lovely. I feel like we're rolling initiative next week.
We are starting off with rolling initiative.
Also, Al.
Yes.
So another effect of Silvery Barb is another target I choose gets an advantage on their next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw for a minute. And
Yep.
I was going to pick the Emperor because I don't know if he's going to get affected by them.
Okay. Perfect. So yes, next time we will start off with everybody rolling initiative. Within the winter square of Lauvent, the armored soldiers of the Zoklin military have spotted some of you and have declared you figures of worthy of being attacked, basically. So yeah, that's where we're picking up next time. Rolling initiative, about ready to start a fight between some armed guards.
They would just shoot somebody in broad daylight, so if we kick the shit out of these guys, hopefully...
You know, if he was spouting that the god is going to destroy literally everything, I think we'll be fine.
Well, this guy's an asshole, so I'll be happy to put a bladed weapon in it. That still doesn't sound right.
He just used a normal knife in his back.
I was gonna say,
Like, that's...
do you have psychic blades to make it look like a hammer?
This kind of spiritual weapon over top of it.
Yeah, spiritual
That's a
weapon.
hammer.
Yep, exactly.
Plot twist, Drumus is just homophobic.
Oh, what is this? Oh, God!
Oh god, it's so gross.
But yeah, we will be picking up next time between, it was like in combat in the middle of a small town brawl, basically. So,
Cool.
good shopping, you guys. Good.
Yeah, thanks for the sesh, Alex.
Yeah.
Catch you guys later.
See ya.
See you, Mike.
Thanks, everyone.